Welcome, everybody. This is episode 13 of We're Curious. I'm on the shoreline of Lake Superior. Lake Superior is the third largest freshwater body in the world. It carries 10% of the freshwater that we have. That includes rivers and lakes and other freshwater sources. There are over 200 tributaries, that is 200 rivers that pour into Lake Superior. Lake Superior is about the size of South Carolina. My family, my first time in coming to Lake Superior was in 1968 with my family. And since that time, been up here, 12 to 14 times with family and friends and wives and what have you. And it's just an absolutely special place. Now we're on the Canadian side, and we're kind of close, if you want to call it that, to Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. It's just a joy being here. We're going to be here throughout most of July. And that one of the things that has been on my mind, particularly this spring, is that, and that this thought, this feeling has continued, is just becoming more aware of God's creation. And what I mean by that is that I'm now hearing birds chirping and singing. I'm noticing insects. I've even seen a snake a couple of times, or I should say snakes, on a couple of occasions. The trees just look like paintings of God to me, as well as flowers and other kinds of plant life. And whenever there's a possibility of me seeing other creatures going through the streets of Leavenworth, Bonner Springs, and here along the shoreline of Lake Superior, I notice them more than I have for a long time. It almost brings back childlike feelings that, again, I've not had for a long time. Just to be in awe, to be feeling a sense of wonder, to be excited, to see all the things that are out here in God's creation. I've always loved hearing the waves of Lake Superior. It's just so calming. And really, it doesn't matter what waves sounds that we hear. I think 99% of us find them to be relaxing. The point I want to make is that we need to pay attention to our surroundings, to be living in the present moment. And we read about this in Matthew chapter 6, verses 25 through 34, in which Jesus talks about how God takes care of the birds of the air and lilies of the field. He provides enough for them. And at the end, in verse 34 of chapter 6 in Matthew, he says, today is enough. Don't worry about tomorrow. Once we start doing that, we begin to see how God's presence is here amongst us. How God is truly present in our lives. And that's the point I want to make, is that is the renewal that I've had in my soul, is to be able to see the specialness, the artistry, the life that God has for us right around us. And that even when we're most miserable moments, we can at least take a few moments and just look around and say, wow, God, this is absolutely amazing. So that'd be my encouragement, that I would bring forth to you. Appreciate what's going on in this present moment. And the more we do that, does God come more alive to us? I can say that from personal experience, that God is always real. But we got to pay attention. And when we pay attention, whether it's paying attention to nature, whether it's paying attention to the people that we encounter, whatever the situation may be, do we begin to experience the presence of God in the most life-changing and profound way. I appreciate you taking these few moments to listen. I pray and hope the best for all of you. I want to encourage you to like or write comments below, because that draws more people to listen to these videos. I also want to encourage you that if you have questions, you have problems that you want me to bring up and share some thoughts, please do so. This is not about me. This is about us. That's why I call it We're Curious. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Much love to all of you.